Hey everyone, welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Today I'm going to be doing an install of the Guitar Fetish pickups and their Kwikplug wiring harness system. Now I want to apologize for the quality and the blurriness of this video. I was testing out a cheapo camera, and apparently a cheapo camera acted like a cheapo camera should, so sorry about that. Now these are the premium Texas hot pickups, single coil with staggered pull pieces, and they're Alnico magnets on it, and I'm going to be putting it on this Squire Affinity Strat I have. I had already taken the other pick guard off, and the pick guard I'm using is actually one from an old PV Predator. As you can see here, it's got some nice age to it already. And I've time-lapsed this video. All in all, it took me about 30 minutes to do the installation, but I condensed it down here for you all. Most of the installation was just me struggling like right here. What I tried to do was use the pickup covers that came off the PV Predator because they were aged as well, but as I'm finding out here, the screw holes didn't quite match up, so now I'm going to go back to the pickup covers that came with it. And here I'm still struggling to line up the screw holes like an idiot. This will be a common theme for all three pickups. Now this is probably the third or fourth guitar now, I think, that I've installed a Guitar Fetish's Kwikplug system in, and what it does is if you buy other Kwikplug pickups, you can easily swap them in and out without soldering. In fact, the only soldering that's involved is to the ground wire. Everything else is the little plugs that you'll see coming up here shortly. So a tip when you're buying from Guitar Fetish, around every holiday they run a sale with the promo code. So if you're gonna buy anything from them, wait till the holiday, and also be warned that they do not have free shipping like most other online retailers. So there will be some shipping and handling involved. Even with the pickup covers that came with these pickups, the screw holes didn't quite line up perfectly, so you'll see me struggling even on these last two pickups to get that screw to line up properly, because it had to go in kind of at an angle through the pickup cover to get to the base plate. And I'm sure you'll also see as I take them out of their boxes, this little wire I took out, because the way it works is the back of the pickup has the female plug for the Kwikplug system, but it comes with a wire attached to it so you can solder it into a regular wiring harness. So you have the option to go both ways, which is pretty cool, I think. Now here is where I found out that the shaft of these pots is a lot bigger than the hole in the pick guard I have. The old PV Predators, they came with pretty cheap electronics, so the pole shafts on the volume and tone pots were pretty small, so. And right there is where I find out. And I look confused. Get a little frustrated. Try to force it through. It's not happening. If you couldn't tell, I'm narrating this after the fact. So, cut forward, I paused the camera, went outside with a drill bit and widened the holes in the pick guard to make them fit. So, now I'm putting in the volume and tone pots. Now, this isn't the first time I've encountered this problem with the Kwikplug harness. I tried to install it in a lawsuit-era Les Paul copy I have, and the holes for those shafts were not quite big enough, so I had to actually take a drill bit to the guitar to widen them up enough, but it was a cheap guitar, so I wasn't too worried about that one. So make sure if you're going to put this in a guitar or a pick guard that you actually care about, that you look at the specs and measure the holes of what you have. Now the output jack is part of the Kwikplug system too, so it has a plug that goes to the back of the middle pot, which is the tone pot for the neck pickup. Now for the ground wire, it actually comes with a little heat shrink wrap doohickey thingamabobber. I can't think of what it's called right now, but I already had my soldering iron warmed up, so I just went ahead and soldered it. And right now I'm going to find my electric tape to cover where I did the solder before I shove everything back in the cavity. Now here's where the magic of the Kwikplug system comes in. These wires that are already attached to the 5-way selector switch plug into the back of the pickups, and what that does is if you want to swap pickups with other Guitar Fetish pickups later, it's easy to do. You have to take the whole pick guard off with the Strat style, but you just take one pickup out, switch the plug over, and there you go. Now here, I'm sure you've noticed I still have the strings on the guitar. That's mainly because these strings are fairly new, so I was trying not to replace them if I didn't have to, but sliding it and all of the wires underneath the strings was a little difficult, but on my own guitar, I'm willing to be a little sloppy like this. Now, this whole system cost about $90 for all 3 pickups and the wiring harness, and that included shipping, and that was after a holiday promo code. And at this point, I had knocked over my box that had all of the pickguard screws in it, so that's what I'm doing, is off to the side trying to find out where they all went. Really, the majority of this modification or pickup swap is unscrewing, then re-screwing in the screws. I'm sure I could have gotten a power tool involved and sped that up, but this is what I do for fun, sadly, so took my time with it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on my social media in the links below. I also have affiliate links for Amazon, and I'll have links to Guitar Fetish for all this. Till next time, cheers.